Hello, I am Michel Béroff. We are now in La Saline Royale in Arc-et-Senans for Academy. Today I have the pleasure of welcoming Xintian Zhu, Chinese very gifted young pianist, and she's going to play Mozart Sonata in B-flat major, Köchel 570. Whenever you want. Bravo. Oh, very good. Shall I tell you something? I don't know what. No, I'm going. Okay. Basically, everything is fine. The tempo, except second movement for me, which is too slow. Adagio, Mozart, of course, it's almost adagio from Beethoven, and it could be a little bit more fluent.
Okay.
Last movement, maximum, always allegretto. It's really the character. It's a little bit in between. Definition is not always clear. You don't know this side or this side. So it's ambiguity. So you have always to try to have this in most of the last movement for allegretto from Mozart. It's always interesting. It's maybe a little bit too much in good shape. More, yeah, you're looking for something, but it's not here.
Okay.
So sometimes a few phrasing on dynamics, I guess you can really go to the end of your choices. When you have forte, you can, of course, not hard, but you can really keep forte when it's forte, because you're a little bit afraid of being. It's not so much the dynamic, the quality of the sound. If you don't play harsh, which you don't, so you can play good forte.
Okay.
Contrast in Mozart are, of course, obvious all the time. Some phrasing, because, of course, Mozart, even though this sonata is not the most best example of it, it's basically based on operatic things, something happening on stage, so with people talking, fighting, loving, I mean, with lots of words, of course, but of course not being in it, like in romantic music when you're happy to be suffering, and it's really intellectually very precise. So articulation is the key of everything to give meaning to every word. And it could also be woodwinds, which is also an example of many Mozart serenade on the partita. And so it means sometimes when you have some lengths, values, you have to keep them precisely. When you have a quarter note, when you play, when it's finished, it's finished. So because sometimes it's not too much, it's a little bit, but still, if you can really respect silence and rest and those kind of things, and when you keep a note, you keep it, and then it's finished, it's finished. Yeah. So it's just a small thing, which I notice sometimes. For me, the beginning was a little bit too... Try to... Don't do. And not pianissimo, it's piano. And of course, generally staccato should be staccatissimo. Very short staccato. Mm-hmm. So difference between legato and staccato. It's not easy, but you have to try because can you try maybe this beginning not so discrete? B flat is not as warm as E flat, but still. Yeah, but yeah, now I like it, but I would like to two instruments the same level, not only right on, because it really should be balanced, like two voices. One could be feminine, one masculine. It's of course easy to say, but as this balance, you have to try to find it. No, and really legatissimo together. Yeah, be careful because maybe you need pedal or just to jump, but otherwise don't put pedal. And yeah, for me, it's good, but it's a little bit like you should articulate. Of articulation is the key of many things, of course. It doesn't mean you have to make any accent, but say like if you had some words to articulate, because it's nice, but of course you have to have one line. Inside you have a small articulation which you can, and it's coming from articulation from fingers. So again, phrasing, you do it with your wrist, articulation with your fingers. So don't be afraid of articulating a little bit more. For me, it's better, yeah. But of course, it's always a question of choice. You can have different ideas. There is no truth in music. You can say, okay, I don't want this because, and then we begin to discuss. You have your opinion, and you have the text which lets you many opportunities, so you can choose. But still, I guess, again, articulation in Mozart music, not only in Mozart, but it's really the key of understanding the meaning of the expression you want to show. Why? Are you afraid? Because I see your foot on the pedal. Are you afraid of?
It's just habit.
No, but I mean, no, I'm joking. Of course, you can put it because you are going to need it anywhere, one place. But when you don't need it, don't put it. I mean, even if you stay like this, but don't put it. Because if it's here, the temptation is big just to use it. Clean, begin a new phrase.